You blinked and China is already dominating the future of transportation. This isn't about crazy ideas anymore. They're building, testing, and, believe it or not, deploying. While the rest of the world debates what could be, China is out there making it happen. Amphibious cars, passenger drones, SUVs that spin on their own axis, taxis that fly without pilots. Sound like a movie? It's real, it's operational, and it's leaving the US scrambling to keep up. Ready for this journey? Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. 1. BYD Yangwang U8, the floating SUV. Let's start with a luxury SUV that doesn't just handle mud, snow, and rough trails. It floats if you fall into a river. Sounds like an exaggeration? BYD Yangwang U8 premium sub-brand does exactly that. 4 electric motors, 1 for each wheel, plus a 2-liter combustion engine that serves as a generator. Total power output, nearly 1,200 horsepower. 0 to 100 km/h in just 3.6 seconds. Autonomy exceeding 1,000 kilometers on the Chinese KEL-TC cycle. But the craziest part? Emergency floating mode. If the car detects it's entering water deeper than 1 meter, it transforms, closes the windows, shuts off the engine, turns on the air conditioning, raises the suspension to maximum, opens the sunroof so you can escape if needed. It floats for up to 30 minutes and moves at speeds up to 3 km/h. Oh, and if you need to do a 360-degree spin while stationary, it does that too, with its tank turn maneuver. This is either a car or a transformer. Important note, this floating capability is strictly for emergencies. Using it for fun is discouraged. After engaging floating mode, the vehicle needs a service check once the suspension retracts. The U8 sets a new standard for SUVs, merging cutting-edge technology, safety, and adaptability in a way that could redefine off-roading and water navigation, primarily in emergency scenarios. 2. EHang 216S, the pilotless flying taxi. Now meet the flying taxi that doesn't need a pilot. A giant drone that carries 2 passengers, flies autonomously, and is already authorized to operate. This is the EHang 216S, an eVTOL electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle designed to fly in the middle of cities without a pilot. 16 electric motors, all with redundant safety systems. If one fails, the others hold. It reaches 130 km/h, flies up to 3,000 meters in altitude, and covers 30 to 35 kilometers per flight. Perfect for escaping traffic in major metropolises. And the best part? It's no longer just a concept. It has flown in China, Costa Rica, and even Brazil over São Paulo. In 2024, it received experimental authorization in Brazil and promises quick trips for less than $20. The company believes that soon it will be a real alternative for urban commutes. Sounds like a movie, but it's reality, and it's already in the sky. 3. NIO ET9, the car that shakes snow off its roof. This car was built to show that technology and boldness can share the same steering wheel. It's an electric luxury sedan with all-wheel drive and nearly 700 horsepower. 0 to 100 km/h in 4.3 seconds. Top speed of 220 km/h. What it delivers is a new logic. It's the first Chinese car with 900V electrical architecture, allowing ultra-fast recharges and even battery swaps in less than 3 minutes. Perfect for those who want to drive up to 650 kilometers without even thinking about stopping. Now listen to this. The intelligent suspension system called SkyRide adjusts height and rigidity in real time with coordinated movements so precise that the car literally shakes to remove snow from its roof. Yes, it moves on its own. And during tests, it passed over speed bumps carrying champagne glasses without spilling a drop. It has rear-wheel steering and 31 sensors spread throughout the car. This isn't just a sedan, it's a technological statement. 4. Lazareth LMV 496, the flying motorcycle. This motorcycle doesn't follow any conventional logic. It rides like a regular electric motorcycle until it activates 4 turbines installed in the wheels and rises. In 60 seconds, it changes behavior. The wheels rotate, the body adjusts. Combined thrust exceeds 1,300 horsepower, with turbines reaching 96,000 rotations kilometers per minute. Flight remains stable up to 1 meter in height for about 10 minutes. Only 5 units were produced. 4 already sold for around $500,000 each. The lightweight carbon structure with Kevlar ensures stability. In ground mode, autonomy reaches 100 kilometers. During flight, the dashboard displays speed, altitude, and, for safety, it even has a parachute embedded in the wheel. The LMV 496 doesn't try to reinvent the motorcycle. It completely disassembles it and delivers something that never existed before, a personal mode of transport that changes behavior at the touch of a button. 5. Gov the modular flying car. Now I'll show you a vehicle where the top part flies alone and the bottom part drives without anyone inside. This is what Gov proposes. It consists of 2 modules, an aerial capsule and a road chassis that automatically connect. The capsule has 12 electric rotors, reaches 250 km/h, and covers up to 200 kilometers through the air. The electric chassis, with autonomous steering, returns to base by itself, realigns and recharges the capsule. Since 2023, Gov has completed more than 400 tests, highlighted by an urban demonstration in November 2024. It has redundancy in all essential systems. If one propeller stops, flight continues. If the chassis runs out of charge, it repositions itself. The company has confirmed plans to launch the technology commercially between 2025 and 2027. The idea is simple: create a vehicle that no longer depends on the traditional logic of always being on the ground. 6. Zoox the robotaxi without a steering wheel. Forget about the driver's seat. In Zoox, it doesn't even exist. This robotaxi created by Amazon was designed from scratch to drive itself. No steering wheel, no pedals, no gear shift. 4 passengers sit face to face, as if in a mini lounge on wheels. The format is compact, just over 3.5 meters long and almost 1.9 meters tall, but it's totally symmetrical. It moves forward or backward with the same ease, as it has 4-wheel steering and rotates in a space of just 8.5 meters. Perfect for maneuvering where any normal car would get stuck. The 133 kW battery guarantees up to 16 hours of continuous operation, with a maximum speed of 120 km/h. Although in urban environments, it drives much slower for safety. But what's impressive is the level of redundancy. 2 motors, 2 battery sets, 2 braking systems, 4 independent sensors with LiDAR, radar, and cameras. Each wheel has individual active suspension. Airbags form a protective cocoon around passengers. Testing began in Las Vegas and San Francisco in 2023. The goal? Put ordinary people on board this year. No driver, no conversation, just you and the future riding together. 7. Ridroid Kanguro, the walking robot that becomes your ride. You leave home and your own robot accompanies you on the sidewalk, walking by your side like a faithful partner. And when you want, it transforms into a 3-wheeled vehicle ready to take you. This is Ridroid Kanguro, a project from the Future Robotics Center in Japan. It sees the world with distance sensors, cameras, and a LiDAR system. Everything connected through intelligent mapping called SLAM that allows it to locate itself and move on its own. You can control it via phone and it follows you with precision, like a robotic dog, but one that's also a tricycle. In transport mode, the user controls the vehicle by leaning their body like skiing, and it gives feedback with vibrations under the seat using a tactile system that alerts speed in real time. It's not fast. Maximum speed is 10 km/h, but the focus isn't racing. It's evolution. It has emergency braking that stops on its own if it detects something in the way, and it serves as an experiment on how robots and humans will coexist in public spaces. 8. Xpeng X3, the car that chooses between ground and sky. This is one of those vehicles that doesn't want to choose between ground or sky. It wants both. Developed by Xpeng Aero HT, the model is a 2-seater eVTOL with lightweight carbon fiber and aluminum structure. In flight mode, it opens 4 arms with 8 electric rotors and rises up to 1,000 meters, reaching 130 km/h and flying for 35 minutes on a single charge. In ground mode, it returns to being a functional car with 4 motorized wheels, steering wheel, gear shift, and the full whole structure of a real urban vehicle. It weighs nearly 2 tons and has been approved for testing on public roads since 2022. Each rotor has its own motor, guaranteeing safe landing even if some fail. And the best part? It's already had real demonstrations leaving a garage. No stage presentations. The focus here is applying the concept directly to daily life. And the X3 is being developed for exactly that. While most people debate which car is prettier or faster, China and the United States are waging a much bigger battle. Who will lead the future of mobility on the planet? China bets on scale, low prices, and accessible technology. Brands like BYD, NIO, and EHang are launching futuristic solutions ready for mass production, backed by a government that accelerates infrastructure and creates entire ecosystems of innovation, from bullet trains to electric chargers everywhere. On the other side, the United States continues betting on sophistication and performance. Tesla, Rivian, and even SpaceX lead the line with intelligent vehicles, advanced autonomy, and focus on clean fuels. Innovation there is decentralized, full of partnerships with private companies and strong footing in cutting-edge technology. It's a silent race, but increasingly visible. And the fight isn't just for market share, it's for global influence. Whoever dominates the transportation of the future dominates much more than roads. The competition between these two nations isn't just reshaping mobility, it's redefining the future itself. And one thing is clear, China isn't waiting for permission to lead. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.